بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأشرف المرسلين خاتم النبيين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين إلى يوم الدين. My dear brothers, sisters, elders, ulama, mashayikh, we are gathered here today to demonstrate and to express an important message. And that message comes with the background that civilizations, nations, when they are on the incline, when they advance, when they progress, they have finesse, depth, characteristics, good manners, respect, and tolerance. And those are the characteristics and the signs of great civilizations in the past. And when we see in the past civilizations that are hungry, they are intolerant, antisocial, there's a breakdown of family values, breakdown of social cohesion, when there is insult, when there is hegemony, those are the characteristics of not the beginning of a civilization, but the end of a civilization. With those benchmarks and those characteristics in mind, we look at today's situation. Europe and America and the Western world is going through economic depression. Economic recession is here. Depression is looming. Why? Because in the Western traditions and civilizations, we have lived beyond our means. We have lived in a manner which is beyond our means. If you look at the BRICS countries, BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These progressing nations, these capitals of capitalism and the free market economy, are they going towards progress? No, they are making the same mistakes that we made in Europe here today. So what are the lessons that we should be learning from this? The lesson is, and we are here to talk about that lesson. The lesson is that when there is a breakdown of civil society, when there's a breakdown of global civility, when darkness looms, when there is zulumat, when girls and young and vulnerable are treaded upon, then there comes a mercy. But the greatest mercy that mankind has ever seen is in the personality of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And I say this to those who are facing economic depression, social depression. We are spending £2.2 billion on tackling antisocial behaviour. We are spending over £1 billion in the United Kingdom tackling alcoholism. We are spending over £2 of divorce and the breakdown of social and family values. And I say this cloud of darkness that is looming economically and socially can only be got rid of if you bring back the sunnah of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
नाराए रिसालत, हाथ बुलंद कीजिए, मोहब्बत का सबूत दीजिए। नाराए तकबीर, नाराए रिसालत, नाराए रिसालत।
When there was a time, when there was a moment that girls were being buried, when civility left society, our Rasul gave global civility and society to the whole of mankind. But you know, people say, your Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came and he went. But I tell you this, when those clouds of darkness, when they came over humanity, then there was Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani to bring light. And then, whenever mankind suffered from those social and economic injustices, Muinuddin Chishti Ajmeri gave light. And then Dada Ali Ajmeri gave light. And I say to the Muslims of today, our message is a very simple one. Muslims who have been pointed at for uncivilized actions, those are the actions of a minority that we do not agree with. But the reality is that when you, who are the perpetrators of this nasty film, Innocence of Muslims, the Danish cartoons and the cartoons in the French media, the cartoons in the Spanish media, the cartoons in the American media, I say to those who are perpetrating these insults, you are the protagonists of darkness in the whole world. And Muslims, we are not the bringers of darkness, we are the bringers of light in this society. And I say this, they say to us, where is your Abdul Qadir Jilani? Where is your Fariduddin? Where is your Muinuddin? But I say to you that you are pointing a finger. Today we have over 15,000 slaves of Ghawsul Azam. So we, brothers and sisters, we are going to bring civility back to the heart of society. We are going to bring good manners, good family values, good social values, good mannerisms between the elders, respect for the elders, mercy for the young, respect for our sisters. We, the Muslims who are the slaves of the awliya, we are going to bring light back to Europe and Western civilization. And finally, I say to you, they say that Al-Qaeda is a terrorist organization. We can have a discussion about that. They say that there are Muslims who are suicide bombers. We can have a discussion and we can condemn that. But those suicide bombers, they are wrong when they kill dozens and hundreds of people. But we say, Google and YouTube, you have killed the jazbat and the feelings of 1.6 billion Muslims in the world. So we say today, Bin Laden, you say was the #1 terrorist, but we say Google is the #1 terrorist today. We all say Google is a terrorist. Google is a terrorist. Google is a terrorist. Google is a terrorist. Google, you are a terrorist. Stop your terrorism. Let's all say, stop your terrorism. Stop your terrorism. Google, learn some manners. Google, become civilized. If you do not become civilized, then come to the Muslims. Muslims will make you civilized. And inshallah, I promise you this, whether it takes us one demonstration or dozens of demonstrations, whether it takes us to the United Kingdom House of Commons, or whether it takes us to the United Nations, Muslims around the world will not rest until we do not complete the campaign for global civility throughout the world. And this is why our Rasul, when he was described by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announced, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. O Prophet, you are a mercy for the universe. And so we say, if you need a lesson in manners, in good characteristics, come to the true Muslims, come to the Sufis, and we will teach you manners. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make your coming here a blessed one, and make the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'at a platform for civilization throughout the world. Let us read Salatu Salam.